Markets really going down now. The Dow Jones Industrial is down 200 points. NASDAQ is even down a greater percentage-wise. The points don't look so bad, but it is. It's down over 2 percentage points. So at the end of this trading day, it is getting way lower.
All three major indices have tested and then broken through the previous lows, which were in November. Next stop would be the lows of August. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll get there, but you've got all three names having a very difficult time here, and leading it all countrywide, denying bankruptcy rumors. That halted the stock at the NYSE for a time. And then Bloomberg News is reporting that AT&T is warning of soft sales ahead, and that has made AT&T the percentage leader to the downside this afternoon. When you saw the Dow fall even more precipitously, that's very much due to AT&T falling.
There are also some other blue chips that are weighing very heavily on this index. American Express companies down 2.2%. Citicorp is down. J.P. Morgan falling about 4%. There you see an intraday chart of AT&T, and it has recovered off its worst levels of the day, but again, it's not acting favorably on the Dow Jones Industrial as a whole. Microsoft is also off about 2.5%.
But are the reasons that we talked about, such as Countrywide and AT&T, are they really the reasons the market's trading lower? Or have traders just thrown in the towel for now? Our Fox panel back with us to chime in on all of this. And Peter, why is the market trading lower today?
Well, I've been warning about the market for weeks. 2 weeks ago, I talked about the big head and shoulders top forming in the Dow. Last week at this time, I said the Dow was going to drop probably 2,000 points in the short run. The market is going a lot lower. This is a bear market. More importantly, when the Dow, last year, the Dow was worth 20 ounces of gold. It's now worth under 15 ounces of gold. In fact, I predicted in January of 2007 on television that the Dow would be worth only 15 ounces of gold by the end of 2007, and I nailed it. I think this year the Dow is going to fall to just 10 ounces of gold, and I think by the time this bear market is over, I might be able to buy the entire Dow Jones with just 1 ounce of gold.
Can you tell me who's going to win the lottery or what the lottery is up to?
I don't have clairvoyance, but I understand economics and I understand the market, so I can figure out that.
All right, well, let's figure out what's happening on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange right now. Tracy Burns is there. Tracy, why did the market go down so fast, so suddenly?
Because Peter's still trading in gold. I don't know. What the heck?
Hey, all my stocks are making 52-week highs today.
The markets clearly went down on the news that Bloomberg reported from AT&T, because basically, if AT&T is saying its consumer division is not doing well, that just means that recession is looming. People are not paying things, and so the market panicked on that and just plummeted further. Now, with the Dow Jones, Liz, as you pointed earlier, we went right through our November lows, and these August lows are coming up. 12.6 is a big number. Hopefully we don't blow through it, but as Teddy Weisberg just said, we probably will.
Yeah. Remember, the recession isn't looming.
Hold on,
it's here.
Let's get to Victoria. I want to work this around. Victoria, have the traders thrown in the towel? What's really at work here?
Oh yeah, I think it sounds like traders are pretty negative right now. There's the impulse is to sell, not to buy, but it's not a reason to if you're a consumer at home, it's not a reason to sell everything you own. The market's going to do just fine over the long run, but it's going to be a real rocky year. You should get out of financials because that's going to be the roughest hit. You should get out of home builders because I can see bankruptcies in that sector. It's countrywide, those are rumors just at this point, but it's not out of the question that we could see a real big company like that go bankrupt.
All right, but Pat, let's look beyond individual companies right now to what's happening with the indices. They're all taking a hit, down about 2 percentage points. Is this something, are we testing new bottoms now? Are we going beyond the August levels?
Well, we might. What you quoted before, though, where you named one financial after another. Essentially, it's the contagion of if Countrywide is having a problem, what is the impact on the other financials? And the financials make up 20% of the S&P. So it drags down the whole index, and people are very frightened about this. And what really has to happen is you have to get beyond this a little bit and say, every company in the United States is not in trouble. You have a few companies that are in trouble. You have a few companies that you have to pay attention to.
Look, now the Dow is down 244 points. Gary Kaltbaum, does this day make you fearful, or do you lick your chops and say, what can I buy at a cheap price?
I really don't want to buy much. Look, coming into this new year, 70% of the market was already in a bear. Now we're getting the popular indices joining in. And the one word I haven't heard yet is earnings. Earnings have fallen off the cliff for retail, for semiconductors, and finance. financials, and now we're starting to see it in AT&T, which is a $100 billion revenue company. That smacks of what's going to happen in earnings season coming in the next 2 weeks. I think the market's going lower. I think we'll get a Dow down 20% from the highs at least, which takes you under 11,000, and there's going to be more to go.
Really? 11,000?
Well, absolutely.
Peter, Schiff, I heard you dying to get in here. Go ahead.
Well, you know, we keep talking about the looming recession. The recession is already here. That's why all these earnings are disappointing. We're in recession right now. Don't believe the government statistics. Believe your eyes. Look at what's happening. And the recession is going to get worse. And on top of that, inflation is running out of control.
And to say one more thing, leading stocks right now are like Philip Morris, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, all the recession-resistant companies.
Plus, all the stocks that are making 52-week highs today, they're all gold stocks.
Reality check, though, Victoria, recession is defined, among other things, as 2 down quarters. So far, according to the government, I know that Peter doesn't respect the government stats, but so far, we're not officially in a recession.
But we might never officially.
Go ahead, Victoria.
No one has declared that, and it looks like we still have economic growth. If you look at what a lot of the economists are saying, it's lower than it has been, that's for sure. And there's a lot of things that concern me, especially the unemployment numbers that are creeping up, because that's going to take a real hit to consumer spending.
Who cares what these guys are saying,
I want to ask the booth if they can pull up Alcoa. The ticker symbol is AA. Alcoa appears to me to be the percentage leader to the downside. It is down 6% for Alcoa. And you look at all of these stocks in the Dow Jones Industrials. We've got General Electric, that's down 2.5%. Hewlett-Packard down close to 5%. A lot of these names are really getting hammered today. It's almost as if, and I think it was Gary Kaltbaum who said contagion, or was it? Yeah, and I don't know. You look at Intel down 3%. It's a tough day, particularly when Peter, a commodity company like Alcoa, which deals with aluminum, is getting pulled down by such a big percentage.
But look at the precious metal stocks. Look what I've been saying, and look at those stocks. Look what they're doing.
Yeah, 6%.
No, precious metals. Look how much they're
precious
up.
Metal. Well, yeah, okay.
Gold stocks are up 12% on the year.
Okay, and here we go.